Sorry about that. I was pretending to be drinking nothing, and that did not come out the way I
I'm so
wanted it to.
using that.
Oh, shit.
All right, let's record on that one.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Midnight Movie Distillery. I'm one of your hosts, Logan Lynch.
I'm another.
It's okay. Take your time. Take your
Rewind.
time.
I am
take your time.
another one of your hosts, Warwick Price.
And I am Lon Black, the Lon Black.
One and only. I am the
All right.
one and only.
So what are we doing today? Well, before the with the bourbon.
We're in a alcohol
phase
Yeah.
of our lives.
Yeah. Something along those lines.
Is there
So this is-
sometimes I'm not?
Yes. So
Yeah, for the last few weeks.
Oh, good point.
There you go. That is true. I have been so dry. This is so much
Yes.
fun. So we're gonna do a liquor. I don't know
Yep.
what we're getting. Lon's been holding his stuff hostage first, and then we will do a movie after in the next episode.
Yep.
Do we want to announce the movie?
Yes, because that's
Okay.
kind of relates to the pairing.
Sure. Okay.
So we've been doing years.
Years.
And Lon just went through 1993, which he chose Return of the Living Dead. So if you didn't see the previous episode, the movie episode, go see that. We also had Blanton's, so if you want to get jealous, go ahead and watch that one.
We also, with Blanton's, had
Oh yeah, Jepson's Bourbon.
Jepson's Bourbon.
So
And
the makers
donuts.
of Malort.
and we had Deer Donuts.
Deer Donuts.
Oh yeah, Deer Donuts.
Deer
You gotta go back and see the Deer
Donuts.
Donuts part. That was fun.
And
That was tasty.
so today, today's movie, well, not this episode's movie, but soon to be coming out, will be The Crow from
Right.
1994.
And who picked the Crow?
Bam.
There you go.
Yours
Okay.
truly.
And
Well, and to be clear, it's like he got 1994, and so he picked the Crow. It's not like oh, look how cool.
I said, you know what?
Logan
This
is.
movie is going to be picked for something.
And he's like, no, I'm picking the Crow.
Yeah.
I will say there were probably only about 30 movies that I would have picked before
Yes.
The Crow.
Really?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Okay.
Listen, I don't know about that. I'm exaggerating when I say 30.
Okay.
I don't even know if there were
There
30
was
movies
tough.
that year.
I
But
considered Interview with the Vampire.
oh, okay. Well, we'll talk about that in the movie segment.
So.
That's cool.
Okay.
However,
Comma.
we have been doing a liquor that I'm trying to get rid of in the bar.
Okay.
Yep.
However, the last few times, we've had some real clunkers, and it's been interesting, but sometimes a little
Less
tough.
interesting.
Well, a little hard to get through, maybe.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Ooh.
for The Crow, which I'd like to say, being an older movie, because the other movie we're doing is not old either.
Well, 94 and 95.
I was gonna say,
It's
the kids are calling it the late 1900s now.
Yes.
Right.
Just
Jesus
so
Christ.
you know. God, I'm old.
Let me ask you guys a question.
Sure.
I still have a few liquors down here. Do you want something?
Was that a?
I thought so as well.
Do you want something that has a reward if you go through it,
Sure.
or do you want just the reward?
Let's do.
I like I like risk and reward.
Yeah. Let's do it.
This is only going to be a risk for Mr. Price and
Oh my
myself.
God.
Oh.
Because
I think it's going to be a Scotch.
No.
It's going to be incredibly sweet and
This-
barbecuey.
Oh.
This was a gift from Logan Lynch that nobody else has been drinking in my bar now.
Really?
Because look at the cloudy nature of that drink.
Well, then maybe the glass. Is that? Nope, that's the whiskey.
That's full on urine.
This is
What is that?
this is
Did you
Brown
jack off on
Sugar
the thing?
Bourbon.
Yeah.
And you may not have given it to me as a
I
gift,
don't
but
know
I
if I
thought
did.
you did.
That does not look familiar.
Because it's your kind of thing.
Oh, it usually would be, but
Brown
But
Sugar
now we've been
Bourbon.
through how many episodes?
well,
6 or
just
7 maybe, I
Yeah,
think. Right?
something like that.
So this is literally a bourbon whiskey with brown sugar and cinnamon added.
I do like it. I like the sound of that. If
So
we
this is a
did, I
total
just don't
Logan
remember.
beverage.
Okay.
Warwick and I are going to force ourselves to drink this.
Oh my God.
Let's do it up.
By the way, did you notice that when you pulled the cap off,
Yeah,
there was
the
there was
sugar-
sugar residue
right.
around the
Oh
top?
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, okay,
Oh yeah,
go
you know,
ahead.
we didn't even
Go
smell
ahead.
the
No,
drink.
we didn't.
Other
but
than in our
we'll do
glass,
it now.
but
Oh my God.
let's see. That smells like cinnamon straight up.
But that doesn't it, what's the candy, the red
Red Hots?
Red Hots.
Yeah, that's
So-
basically what it smells like.
So just to recap.
Oh, it's a twist off.
What Warwick was talking about is the rim is just coated with sugar. So when you unscrew the top, nope,
No pop.
Yeah.
it is just sugar. The cap had to be.
Just to give you an idea, there's a little cloudiness on the inside. It looks like Lon may have had a little too much fun with the bottle.
I'm going to be nice to Mr. Price
Oh,
because
God. There's stuff moving around in it.
Oops. BSB, it kind of looks
Brown
familiar,
Sugar
but
Bourbon.
I don't.
I could have sworn you gave me this. But
Whew.
you may not have, because let's face it, it's been in my bar for a while.
This does smell like a. Not Red Hots though. It's
No,
No.
'cause the cinnamon you're thinking,
yeah.
No,
I'm
it
smelling-
smells like
but
Yeah,
that brown
it does smell
sugar,
like a candy.
You can smell the
I don't
brown,
smell
the
you smell
molasses.
brown sugar.
I do. I smell
I'm getting
molasses.
straight cinnamon.
yeah. I'm cinnamon all over.
All right, let's.
Yeah.
That was my porn name.
Wow. Oh, just got a cavity. This. Anybody want to guess the proof on this one? So not percentage of alcohol. We're talking proof.
I'm gonna say 60.
You.
I'm gonna
got-
say 70.
I get 0 burn.
It's 60%. 60,
Oh,
not
okay.
percent. 60 proof.
60.
30%.
Damn. Oh, nailed it.
Yeah. So it's pretty.
Tame.
It's
Now-
pretty mellow. It's pretty tame.
Would this be
There's
something
no
you would
bite.
Would you want to like cook with this?
No, it's so sweet. You cook with sugar. I want to cook. If I'm going to put a bourbon or whiskey in my food, I want the hot stuff, the spicy stuff, because
Really?
it'll tame down when you cook it.
Right.
But like, couldn't you make like this? Mix this with like a honey and kind of.
Why would you want to add more?
I don't know. I'm just trying
Yeah.
to find some way.
I mean,
to
you
use
want to
it.
pour it over ice cream, maybe. I could
Yeah,
kind of
there
see
you go.
that.
Yeah.
You could do like
that with
like a
amaretto.
bananas Foster.
Yeah, but that's so sweet. That's totally sweetening. Banana Foster is made with literally just like the liquor, not a sugary liquor.
Yeah.
It is
You know what I
very.
mean?
So I am gonna say, this is a bit over the top sweetness.
I know.
I'm
I'm
shocked.
I'm stunned.
But in all honesty.
What?
Do we want to give it a barrel before we go too
Oh
far?
yeah. Okay. Great. So we got to give it a barrel rating.
Yeah, right.
Whew.
Did you kill it?
No,
Okay.
Okay. Goddamn.
I can.
You're gonna. It's sticking
Okay,
to
I'll
the
show the
sides of the
people.
glass, so you're gonna have to really rinse your glass out. for
Yeah,
the
it might.
reward,
It's definitely coating.
reward whiskey.
Okay.
Oh my. Whew.
Really?
Woo.
I'm having palpitations.
I'm doing really like it's hot, but it's because it's so sugary. Okay.
God.
All right, you got a number?
Yes, I do.
No, I
got
don't.
a number.
I don't have a number.
Price, get your shit together.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh,
For me, like who likes sweets, I'm a little.
I know what I'm.
Okay. I'm ready. Oh, he's rinsing out.
go ahead.
1.
2.
3.
Give it a 2.
Oh, I gave it a 2.
I get a 1.4.
1.4.
Damn, 2.
Because 1.5 was too much.
Yes.
Okay.
I think he just likes
But
That's
I
valid.
thought it deserved more than a 1.3.
There you go. Oh, see,
See now.
very
now,
diplomatic of you.
Now
Oh.
after swirling it around.
No, there's just no flavor to it. It's all
No. I'm getting.
sugar.
I'm not just getting the cinnamon now.
Okay.
Now I'm getting the brown sugar.
But so this is one of these things where it's like, do you think if you finish the entire bottle, other than as you said, all your teeth would fall out?
Right. Clearly.
Do you think you'd get drunk? Like to me, it seems like
30%.
It's nothing.
So 60
That's why
proof
I
would
feel
still get you
it'd be
drunk
more of
after a
a-
while. If you drank half the bottle, you'd be feeling
It'd
it.
be more of an additive. I feel like. So like if you're making drinks that require
I
bourbon,
could see that.
You know what I mean?
I
Like
could
that's
see that.
it's more of a liqueur, right?
But-
but
but-
it's not called a liqueur, right?
But do you think this is
Right.
this is a gag gift?
No, I think this
I
is
think they intended this
legitimately
to be, yeah.
like if you take this bourbon for a fall, you make a fall drink with this, where you do this, maybe a little bit of a high proof whiskey as well,
A hot toddy?
a marshmallow on top, maybe.
I hate marshmallows.
Oh, see,
wow, you don't like popcorn? You don't like marshmallows?
yeah, I swear to God,
You don't like
man.
pumpkin?
man.
How the hell do you have a store?
Goulash Model is 228 West Main
There you
Street.
go.
St. Charles,
Charles,
gotta-
Illinois.
these
There you
people
go.
are from St. Not all. from
Everybody's
St.
going to go to 228 Main Street, and they're like, there's no fucking Goulash
Right,
Models here.
right. I'm 222 West Main Street, New York. I don't see them.
Or there's somebody's...
Did I ever tell the story about
Oh, no.
when my mother lived here and I just came out of college, and my sister decided to kind of ship me off over here, thinking that you can just live with mum for a while.
Your sister's trying to dump you.
And so I moved.
That's awesome.
My mum lived in the high desert in California, cut a really long story short. Basically, my mum's husband didn't like the competition of having her son there, and basically because I was taking all of her attention, because God knows she hadn't seen me for 6 months.
Well, this is after she's been out here for how long?
She'd been out here probably about 6 months. She'd been out here.
Okay.
No, actually, no. Sorry, no. She'd been out here about 2 years. So she'd been out here about 2 years, and because she left right before I went to college, and so when I finished college, I came back over here with the idea of living for a while, but Jack just didn't like it at all.
Wow.
And so I had to go live with this really, really nice family. Mum was part of the British Wives Club, and
So all the British wives in California, that area.
Did they get together and have tea?
They did.
What else would
See,
they have?
you can't make fun
Naturally.
of me. Anyway, so Valerie, this really nice family. So I went and stayed with her for about 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
And she lived in Ontario, and basically I went to Disneyland and Universal Studios on a bus. Basically, it's like I just took buses around. But anyway, the whole
That's called being homeless.
the whole
I lived on the streets.
Yeah, the whole point of the story. The whole point of the story was, so going up to Universal Studios, I had to change buses on what I later found out was right in front of basically City Hall in LA,
Okay.
and on the street of Broadway. So I basically had to get off this bus, and then I'd walk over to this other bus stop, and the bus stop was on Broadway, and I had to wait about 45 minutes to an hour for my next bus.
Wow.
And so I'm sitting there as this 18, I guess,
Okay.
kid, and I'm like, Broadway, that's a famous street.
That sounds familiar.
Oh, that sounds very familiar. So I start I'm gonna walk, because I had 45 minutes to kill, so I'm gonna go walk down Broadway. And there was all these electronic stores and stuff, and I didn't really notice that I was probably the only lily white person walking around LA in my Miami Vice tank top,
the tank.
and Miami Vice a jacket.
The white jacket with the collar
it
and
wasn't
sleeves.
white, but I did have the sleeves pushed up,
course.
so I looked just like Don Johnson.
Oh, God. Dead ringer for her, I
Dead
would
ringer,
imagine.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Somebody's got a picture of that somewhere.
Right.
So I'm walking down Broadway, looking at these shops, and again, it's I'm just enamored by how fucking cheap everything is. It's and all these electronics and stuff, and all of a sudden I hear a scream. Look across the street, and there's this guy up against the front of this store, literally sliding down the window, and blood behind him. That he'd just been stabbed.
Nice.
What time of day was this?
This was early in the morning, so probably 8 o'clock, maybe 9.
Oh yeah, that's when most stabbings happen.
9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, for sure. In California.
And I'm just
They call that the switching hour.
just really not really knowing what to do. And the owner of the store, I'm assuming the owner might have just worked there, comes down and he goes, "Hey kid, what are you doing here?" And I'm like, "I was waiting for my bus.
Watching the murder.
I was waiting for my bus, and I saw Broadway and thought it was somewhere famous." He's like, "Yeah, that's in New York."
You didn't, because you.
Wow.
You were thinking that was the
3,000
New
miles
York
away.
Broadway.
Wow.
And so he goes, you
you
should go back to the bus stop and wait there. And I'm like, okay.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, we digress.
2 hours later.
You know that story's on the web forever now.
Yes.
I know.
The interweb.
Now
Wow.
watch the store and it'll
Okay.
reach out to you.
I know.
All right. Well, would you guys like a reward?
Yes,
Les,
I would.
yeah.
I don't know if it's a reward.
Ooh, that's interesting.
I'm going to let you decide if it's a reward.
Is it less sweet than?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're jumping to a scotch.
Ooh. Okay.
Right? However, this scotch.
Is made with oranges.
Do you guys like beer?
I do like this.
Yes.
Okay. This is finished in dragon's milk casks.
Ooh. Okay.
Now, the first thing I've noticed, by the way, it's a scotch finished in a beer that had whiskey. Right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
But my first big question was, why is it so yellow?
Yes.
Actually, I forgot to get a picture of this. So I'll do
It's
that.
pretty yellow looking, but as we know, scotch doesn't matter.
It's added,
They
yes.
don't
The
color it,
coloring
right,
added.
'cause
Yeah.
this is one not color, not added. But this is a scotch finished, and I believe it's a Highland. Am I wrong?
Yes, it's a Highland.
It's a Highland scotch finished in dragon's milk barrels,
Yeah, that's really weird. In partnership with Dragon's Milk,
and it's very light.
bourbon barrel aged stout.
Yep.
Interesting.
So a stout beer, which is super black, by the way, super dark. Yet that's practically yellow.
Interesting.
It says no added color and
Nope.
unpeated.
Yes. So here's the other thing. That's a big thing to note, is that scotch usually has peat.
Yep, that's what
This
gives it
is-
the flavor.
Right. This is smoked without the peat. Well,
Because-
I don't know. I shouldn't say
well-
smoked, because that's what they do with scotch, is they smoke it by burning the peat.
But technically,
this is
hasn't it already
unpeated.
been right? Because it's, in other words, the idea is it's being put in barrels that, in theory, already have all of the flavoring added to them, right?
Correct.
So they're not adding
Well,
anything.
I mean, it's a finish. So technically, the beer barrels they put it in, they only put it in for 3, 5, 6 months, something like that.
Oh, so no, it's
a finish.
so it's already been aging.
it's
in,
Scotch.
in other.
Correct. It's scotch. In fact, does it give an age? This
say
is.
4 years.
Oh, you already.
No, I'm just
oh, you're
guessing.
guessing.
Did you
Unpeated
count the
kinda
rings?
throws me
Yes.
off. Did you count the rings? You son of a bitch. Partner with New Holland. Blah 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 blah. Fruit and caramel. Blah blah blah.
That's why he's so smart.
Yeah.
Wah, 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 wah.
It does not have an age.
Oh, that might. Well, that would play a role in the color, correct?
Certainly, especially if they don't color it afterwards. I say,
Wait, pop it.
let's not talk. Let's just try it. Ooh, ooh,
I'm having a hard time getting that one out.
Oh,
that was really
That's-
disappointing.
that's
After
that-
that being that difficult to get
Jeez.
out.
oh shit! 0 for 2.
This is
Uh-oh.
okay.
That's
okay.
no bueno.
Okay.
Or.
Hold your comments until he smells it.
Sure.
For those of you waiting who are listening to the
Okay,
podcast,
sorry, that was dead air. there.
Logan could not hear that or sniff that well. I don't smell anything.
Yeah.
So
That's why I double-checked.
I don't smell Scotch.
No.
I smell the stout.
Okay.
Okay. Stout.
Let it all out.
These are the whiskeys
casks
that I talk
can
about.
drink.
Come on.
tonight.
So, and this is by Deanston. I should finish that part too. So, Deanston is a Highland Scotch. Did I talk about that already?
But it's. But
They're
it says
not
Deanston.
super known,
Actually, here, I'll move this.
but now it is in the U.S. It has been for a few years.
Okay.
But I haven't seen it before this.
Do we know proofage?
Yes, but I want you to taste it and guess.
Okay.
first.
Well, this is turning into a trivia. It's a,
Yeah. Well, we got to make it fun, right?
It's definitely a little bit warm.
Whoa! Holy!
Now, first of all,
Woo!
it still tastes like a Scotch to me
it does,
because of the grains they used in it.
but it doesn't have the smoky.
But it
Yes,
doesn't have
correct.
it doesn't
The
have the
peat.
peaty, but I taste smoke. But I don't taste the peat smoke, so they're
Yeah.
smoking it with something else.
So does that make you like it more or less? Well, we should.
More or
we
less
could do,
than.
We can do the barrels here in a second.
It's a
Okay, so that
it's
was.
a different kind of
I had the first
smoky
burn.
taste altogether.
Okay. Okay. You guys can't see on the back, can you?
jump on that.
Yeah, you can. Let me cover it. Did we guess a proof?
I did not guess.
I'm going to say.
Wow.
I'm going to say 40.
Anytime now.
45.
Well, typical whiskeys, 42 to 47. So you're saying it's pretty much right in line with the typical whiskey. Mr. Lynch?
Proof-wise, I was going to go higher.
Okay.
Much higher. I was going to say 90.
90?
Yeah.
90 proof or 90%?
90
what are we talking?
proof.
90 proof.
90 proof.
Okay, okay. Logan knows way more about Scotch proof than I think Mr. Price does.
Oh.
This is 50.5%, therefore 101 proof.
But I was still closer.
I wanted to guess
How do you
105.
figure you were closer? Oh, because he guessed 100. You were
I said
way
40,
lower.
I said 45.
You were. I think he was
45
giving
is
percentage
80
though.
proof, so he's still higher. He's closer because he was higher. It's higher than what he said. Didn't he say 50 proof? What did you say?
I said 90 proof.
90 proof,
Yes.
which would be 45%.
Same as me.
Yeah. So we were both.
You said 45?
He
Yes.
said 45, but he was
42.
saying percentage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Staring down the barrel of a 45.
Math! Okay.
Who'd thought?
So let's rate it. Let's rate it.
Okay. Yeah. I'm 2 in.
Yeah, I think I might be 2.
Oh, I'm 2 or 3. Why is there things floating around in it?
Probably one of the many
Whoa,
bugs that are flying
fuck
around. the
me. It just has that like bazinga. But I don't hate it.
I had to.
place. Well, I mean, okay.
I have to clean my fingers.
I got
Are
blisters
you
on me
licking your fingers?
All right, let's see.
Often, or-
We're 3
Oh,
episodes
good.
in. Did I get it right on the first try? I don't know where the high-pitched voice came from.
I know where I'm at. I might change it. I'm going to change it.
What movie am I referring to? Could be
The Muppet movie.
two. No. And he goes.
Isn't that weird, like Russian?
Oh, that
singer
Russian guy.
Nope.
Okay.
Wow. Non-horror, so I don't expect you guys to get that. But
Okay.
Cable guy.
Cable guy.
Cable
Oh,
guy.
When
way
he's
off.
doing the medieval times.
I was way off.
Who am I?
Yeah.
Hannibal Lecter.
Silence of the Lamb. All right. Not a lot of people like the cable guy. I like it.
Silence. Okay.
All right, we ready?
Yeah.
1,
2.
3. All right, what do you got?
Bitch and goddamn.
You don't know how to do
Wow.
numbers.
I keep
Every
reversing
time
it.
you're
Fail.
wrong. Every time.
Well, because it's
Every
reversed,
time.
but not reversed at the same time. It's
All right, what is it?
2.4.
2.5.
I went full 3.
Okay.
So, and the reason I went full 3 is because I do taste a creaminess from the stout.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really taste dragon's milk specifically, but I taste a creaminess from the stout.
Yeah. I think I smell dragon's milk more than I taste it.
Correct. Yeah, I feel that same way.
I think they made it unpeated because it was being paired with dragon's milk.
Right.
You think it would have overpowered it?
If they would have had the peat in there,
You wouldn't have
have
been
had
able
anything
to.
else.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to taste it.
I also think they needed to age it with the dragon's milk a little longer than they did. Because we've had dragon's milk beer barrel bourbon,
Yep.
and it's
Which is still
wonderful.
Yes. Oh yeah.
So if they would have given that beer barrel a little longer to kind of seep into this, I think it would have improved it. But
What
still
would that
like
have
it.
done to
It's
the
not wonderful.
proofage?
I like
Would
it.
it have done anything to the proof?
it probably would have brought it down a little bit because beer barrel bourbon is like 10%, or 10, not the bourbon. Dragon's milk is about 10%, 9%, right? So it's lower in proof. So really, you're just getting the flavors out of there. You're not
And that
getting the
was
proof
is
out
that
of it.
cask strength?
No, this is not cask strength because it's only 50%.
Right.
Cask strength would have been a lot higher, 69%, something like that.
Oh, cask finish. That's what I saw. Okay, sorry.
Correct. This is
Sorry.
stout cask finish.
Okay.
So they age it for, and a finish typically is 3 to 6 months.
So
in
they
something other than
they
a
don't
barrel.
do they normally go above the 3 to 6 months for anything like special?
Oh, I'm sure somebody does.
Okay.
I don't know who.
I think it's so funny that they have their signatures on there. That
Yeah.
you can't read the signatures because
Yeah.
they're all covered up by the other
Because they're fake.
the logo.
One's Mickey Mouse. I believe.
Everyone's
Yeah.
autographed.
Yeah. But so it's not super expensive.
Yeah, price point.
What are we guessing?
I was
In
going
fact,
to
I'll
guess.
pull up what it. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say
You go first.
I'm gonna say $36.
That was
36. It is still a Scotch, you know.
I'm cheap.
Okay. Because
I was going to go with 46,
See, he was going to go with 35
maybe.
until I said 36, and you
And then
said,
you gave him-
"Oh, it is
I'm
a
like-
Scotch, you know."
Oh, crikey. No,
crikey.
So
we got a
four-
crikey.
so
I think that's
$45.99.
racist. I think what?
$45.99.
All right, let's see. Because I bought this a long frickin' time ago, so let's see what it goes for
Long
Time
nowadays.
ago,
In
a gal-
That's true.
in a galaxy far away.
Oh, God. I was going down to clean.
You got to go without.
Bye.
They have a lot
Oh.
of things out.
So it's Deanstown, but it's pronounced Denstown?
I thought it was Deanston.
Deanston?
Deanston.
Maybe it's Deanston.
Deanston.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, what if the E's silent and it's Daston?
Unfortunately, it's like there's not really any way you can say, "Oh, well, it's Scottish, therefore it's going to be this," because it could be anything
We
really.
can't find it.
Hey, they don't sell it anymore.
So
Oh.
I think I'm correct then.
Yeah, we're
So
both
I
correct.
can't find what the
So
price
this is a rare.
Well, because
So
you
it
know
should
they
be
do a
worth
finish,
more
they
then.
try
Yeah.
something else. Just like all the good scotches that we get Lagavulin.
Bet you can't even find
does
this
a-
anymore. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I bet you can find that everywhere.
Brown sugar.
I do believe it was closer to $40. A little over, maybe.
Then why make a big deal about me saying 36?
Because
well,
it
it is a Scotch, you know.
Yeah.
Because I thought you were lowballing it because of the beer thing, and I'm like, yeah, but it means it's imported. But that doesn't necessarily
Doesn't mean it's
anything.
important.
Yeah.
Right. Was it bottled overseas,
Oh,
or was
read. Tell me.
bottled in
Ooh, bubbled.
Lake Bluff, Illinois?
Oh, it's up by me.
What?
Yeah, it's a product of Scotland, imported by Toledo Artisan Spirits,
And they
in
did the
Lake,
finish?
Lake Bluff, Illinois.
Interesting.
But it does say always exceptional. It literally says it on the label.
Always exceptional. Exceptional.
That doesn't necessarily mean any good. Exceptional does not mean
Well,
good.
And anyone that actually has to put on their own label
That
that,
you're-
they're
That's
always
exceptional?
exceptional
Yeah.
is probably trying to cover up for something.
Right.
Yep.
They got it. So what can we say on here that sounds really good?
Yeah.
Which means they're not
Always something.
Every now and then they're not exceptional.
Right.
And so this is their way of covering, saying always exceptional, just like, you know.
This one is. This one is. This specific. That's why it's no longer sold.
I don't think it's bad.
No.
I
just-
just would not buy another bottle. Well, obviously I can't.
The
Right.
kick is a little too much for me.
You think the kick is
Yeah.
because it is 50%.
Yeah,
So-
that to me was what kind of kept turning me off. Is once you get past that, I usually what the last few that we've had, it's got the kick. The first sip, the second sip gets less, and third. This one just each time.
But see,
That's why they needed to age it longer
Yeah.
in the beer barrel.
maybe, but like to be honest, it's like to me that kick on this, unlike with bourbons with a kick,
Yeah.
like the kick on this is to me, you know, is the Scotch, like kind of flavoring. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like, you know, that's kind of I think what I'm pulling from it.
I still taste the Scotch. I taste Scotch more than anything else in this.
Yeah.
I do miss the peat. I don't get too...
Where are you, Pete?
Right.
We love you.
Right, Pete. But I don't get as
Yar,
much of the
Peter.
dragon's milk as I wanted.
Why is Peter a pirate?
Apparently, you haven't seen Dodgeball. Anyway,
Oh.
I'm having
I do remember
non-horror
Pete the
movie
Pirate.
references here.
Yeah.
strike
what's
it
the matter
out.
with you?
Is that
Maybe they're laughing.
Is that Peter Bogdanovich?
Bogdanovich?
No.
No.
It's the guy who just
I
thought
don't
he
know
was a
the
pirate.
the gnat flying around.
Did you ever see Dodgeball?
I did see Dodgeball. That was the one with Luke Wilson and
And somebody else from Chicago.
Wilson.
That's the guy.
Come on.
Vince Vaughn.
There we go. Okay.
I'm like an encyclopedia.
Bottom line,
I think we're getting drunk. Bottom line, too
That's-
sweet.
too sweet, and this is missing out on the barrel bourbon.
It was,
But I would take-
But it's good.
But I would take that every day of the week over that.
Absolutely. As
yeah,
would
I would. This one is definitely. That's the stiff drink I need after the long week I've had.
Yeah, it's a little hot.
I
but
did-
it's still creamy.
I didn't think it was.
it's still good.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah,
No, I mean
agreed.
the
Agreed.
heat was just too. It just caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting that much. I say heat, but it's more just a jar.
Yeah.
The what?
Yeah.
No, well, yeah.
I think
It's
somebody
kind of
just,
interesting.
somebody just stabbed him.
I want to see that one more
Okay,
time.
we're
What?
hitting 30 minutes
Okay,
here.
all right. All right.
Okay.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
See you in the next one.
I do.
The movie's the next one, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Come back.
So we do movies, right?
The Crow.
Yeah, movies.
We used to do movies.
The Crow.
We still
Yeah.
doing movie?
Yeah.
Something like
What
that.
movie are we doing?
The Crow.
The Crow.
That's nice. Come back for The Crow.
Caca.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Be sure to follow us on social media.
How come you got more?
Because you're lame. You don't know what to say.
What are we supposed to do? Like, just like,
like
literally
Logan.
time it
I
all
could've been
out?
like, tune into the next
You
one or
keep
something.
screwing it
Yeah,
up.
but
You're
look,
gonna knock
Okay,
it
this is
out
like take
airtime.
15. And like, I only screwed up like 3 of them. You screwed up like 8.
Look, we're just gonna keep this one, okay?
This is the one.
This is
All right,
it.
this
We're
one
done.
right here.
Okay.
Finish
Okay,
it.
done.
And